Disclaimer, don't harass anyone in this video if you manage to find them somehow, some way. And I don't want, this to be, a normal video. This is just because I got so angry on the knife that I just decided to make a, entire script for this. So, if this is the stuff that you want to see, the non-meme, serious type of stuff, this isn't the right channel for you then. This is just out of anger. Stream sniping. It's a very popular term for players that go to streams and use it for their advantage for either locating the streamer or using it for an unfair advantage. Now take the streaming part of it, and what do you call it? Well, I call it fucking harassment. So, have you ever been targeted so hard that they went from server to server and they still find you? Well, that's why I'm ranting about this. There's this specific group I used to play with back like a year ago. I met them when I first played Archived and I was Generation 2 Blood Fiend. Note, this is the best generation, so keep that in mind. Then one of them, that I'm not going to name drop because I still respect them for all the effort that they put me through, decides to ask me, "Hey Lambus, have you extracted your blood yet?" I got the first kindred blood on my first attempt of warp train, so I had no clue what he meant by that. He then tells me that if someone uses the blood that I extract, they become a Generation 3. Then we go into a permadeath server in order to do this. He says he was going to go on a different slot and then use it on there. So I went to a Blood Fiend person, the Blood Fiend person, my bad, and extract my blood. Then a new player with a starter weapon comes by, and since this is a very hidden spot that requires a wall to break to get in, I assume it's the guy on his other slot and give him the blood. To be honest, since it's a new guy going into a hidden spot who is not a blood fiend, you would assume that's the guy. And I asked if it was him, but he didn't say anything, so I still gave him the blood afterwards. That was the mistake. It wasn't him. Now, any normal person would just go, "Man, you're an idiot, you know that?" No. While we are both stressed out, he decides it's a good idea to go attempt to kill a grade 1. We gank a grade 1 as a 3v1, and this goes south quickly. Him and the other guy that was with us dies, but this is the moment you go, "Crap, let's just do this another time and forget about this," since this game is supposed to be based off of Whitebane. But nope, he decides to grind warp trains, and 2 to 3 days later after that incident, they decided to kill me on purpose on warp train at the final boss in order for me to wipe. To be honest, this should have been the moment I realized these guys were not the cool people I thought they were to be, but nope, I decided to act like a toddler and walk straight back to them like an idiot. Soon after I actually break away from this group, from the constant bullying these guys did, which really hurt my mental health, I blocked the ones that made me, live a living hell, and boom shablam, that was it. Couple months go by after blocking those people, but that's when I'm playing with my office, and that's when I look at the leaderboard and then see one of them, of the people that I blocked on Roblox, is here. My mood switches immediately, and I know for sure that they are out to try and kill me, so me and my office go to kill him. He decided to jump us out of nowhere, so what was I thinking was correct? We then kill him because it was, I believe, a 4v1. We then leave because, well, we don't want to deal with a persistent jerk. Then some time goes by, and then I'm added by account on Discord. I'm not familiar with, so I just accept the request and figure out what they want. That's when I get put into a group chat with the people I blocked. My memory sucks, so I can't recall what happened in there specifically, but I was about to blow a fuse that entire fucking time. Back to archived, it's the Blood Fiend Festival update, and I decided to play with my office and grind a bit. We go and do this capture the point event, and that's when I realize the person on my right is the same person that keeps hunting me down for giving the blood to the wrong person. He acknowledged that it was me, so we just sat here for a moment, just talking a bit. I was exhausted from this guy's desperate attempts to find me and hunt me down, which made me really damn mad. The rest wasn't that interesting, and I can't really remember what exactly happened. This was the last encounter I have had with him, if I can remember correctly. That was until yesterday. I decided to play Deep Woken, and on the 9th, I get Shadowcast. I'm pretty excited, but I did wipe. It was a burner slot though, so I lost nothing really important. Then I make a new slot with Shadowcast on it. I put in my sap points, begin to work on what I might need, making a build on Deep Woken Builder. This is a lifesaver, I swear. Then I tell Sung, hey, let's go level up at Lower Risa. And right when I head over to the docks and spawn my boat, this one beginner appears and attacks me. I'm confused, obviously, because his name was Green. For context, in Deep Woken, only names that you know turn green. Either having the Madden, use a Vow of Mastery on someone, or even the Justicars from the Whistle. Then, 3 people show up and kill me in an instant because they're high-powered. I can't do anything with a new slot. They don't even execute me right away. They play baseball with my corpse. Then I decided to check the Roblox menu to see why I have a connection to that beginner. That's when I realized it's those mother keep on joining me in these permadeath games and trying to harass me. Seriously, how much free time do you have in order to go after this one person for well over a year after they try leaving, blocking, and trying to cut all connection towards you? Seriously, how much of a no-life do you have to be in order to follow someone over a mistake like a psychopath? Anyways, I then spawn on my boat and take off to Lower Risa, so I can go ahead and power up before another dangerous encounter. That's when I open my map and I see it. They're moving straight to my location. That's when I realize, oh crap, they're actually out for blood, and dipped and turned off my online status and joins. And that, ladies and gents, is why you should never have your joins on in the first place.
Are you being intentionally dense?
So, I know these people won't stop going after me until I stop playing Roblox altogether. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, I guess you can still be harassed for the most stupidest of reasons. I'm going to mention one thing, and to please don't harass anyone for any reason in this video. It isn't okay whatsoever. It's the entire reason why I made this video, because harassment isn't a good thing. Seriously though, why the fuck